stone oven. They're seemingly massive monolithic buildings. I think a lot of that is the thatch roof, like a boat, but could it have been just a feeding trough? Looks too much like a boat though, doesn't it? Interesting how this part is offset from the other. There's that device there to hold the shutter in place when it's open. It's like a double-headed bird, doesn't it? Maybe a double-faced human in between. Extensive, old-looking complex that we're about to enter. Seems to look at these fence posts and how they're used. That one horizontal bar goes in underneath another horizontal bar, and then they're wedged in to those pretty round openings. Up to this place first. My guess is, without even getting it, with that narrow doorway, this is another threshing building. Locking mechanism on the inside. Presumably there's a keyhole. There's a threshing barn. It appears that it was all hand labor with basic tools. Some innovation, it looks like. And also a way of breaking the stuff loose. Who knows what these were for? But maybe carding wool. Small heat stove. That's interesting, raised up. And if this isn't some kind of carding brush, person who devised that sigh, seeking out a chunk of wood off of a tree that exactly fit those specifications. These kinds of forks or rakes that people constructed from trees. And these things were used actually to hammer on grain to break it loose. A submerged oven, which seems to suggest that something would go on top of it. Maybe in with the blackened ceiling, you can guess that this looks like a smokehouse. Look at that Anasazi ladder. I think these three devices are bee apiaries, bee houses, as well as that log over there hollowed out. It's another storage building. Many of these buildings are just what they call barns. A granary, but again, what's the point of the balcony and the deck? Was that where they worked on material under the cover of that roof? Large bins, but these wooden barrels that you use for real protection. Because notice birds could fly through those holes. Curious, that peak design, why has it got large chunks open? Or a mill, probably to allow for the flour once being made, the dust to exit. They may have even discovered that dust in the day was explosive, but here it was all hand done. Stair. Look how well worn it is. It's interesting. Utensils. What looks like a primitive drill, hand drill. And she was probably catching a few winks over there in the bed. Yeah. So the styles are pretty much the same. It's the unique things you look for. This was a summer cookhouse. My thought would have been some kind of sauna. So here's another one of those ideas or inventions that is intuitive to a human brain. It's natural to think of this concept in this use that there was a basement in this house. A granary, but what I found interesting is that device there that looks like a stretcher made of rope. The ladies who are asked to take care of these places also sell crafts, a bathhouse, but a large one. It's large, but it doesn't accommodate that many people. The seating is not that sophisticated. Obviously, it's an older type using those stones rather than an oven. This may have been the heat room or the drying out room or who knows what. Here it's used as a residence, apparently. It's a big building we'll find out about, but in answer to the fishing question, notice the huge lake behind those trees. The port storehouse from there, obviously not located here, I don't believe, not on this lake. Substantial doors. See that door up there for hauling stuff up to and putting it on the second floor, and that little door up there probably held the winch. Of locks. Here are a collection of the various boxes, luggage, that things might have been stored in here, although some of this just looks like normal furniture that people would have in their house. And that's what this is an exhibit of furniture that has been used in the country, maybe even that part of the Hello. These chests might have held, particularly the ornate ones, just the clothes of wealthy dandies or expensive trade items. A magnificent lake. Don't see a tremendous amount of development around it, though. People swimming in it. Looks kind of icky, but that may just be the chemistry of the soil this water runs through. So here's a look at the blacksmith shop that was closed before.